Should we just do a cold open
here.
where we order food?
I can hold this one for you for when you're getting the food.
Do you guys like acai bowls?
I can't say
so.
I've had many of them.
I think that they're like fresh. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
I've come
Okay.
around to it recently. I used to think it was very like cringe hipster stuff.
Yeah,
but then
like
I was
health, healthy, too healthy.
yeah, but it like tastes really good.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, I could be.
What
I
is
could,
acai? Is like a berry, right?
Yeah, it's like the purple paste.
Yeah, that's like
This place has got some wacky shit though. They have something called spirulina, which is like an algae.
Yeah, it's like the green algae stuff.
Well, it's blue.
Blue-green algae,
Yeah.
actually.
what is that? Does it have electrolytes? What does that have? What's
I don't
vitamins?
know, lies associated
Super.
with it.
It's
I
a
don't know.
super green, man.
it's a super.
It's
green,
nutrient dense.
Yeah.
like the Hulk.
It's got what your body craves. Okay.
Here, I'm gonna place my order. I'm just gonna do.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah. Is that like a thing of peanut butter on the top?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, she comes packing all the fixins.
That's super cool. I guess, should we tell people what podcast they're listening to? Welcome to Safety Third. I'm Alan.
Are you the host this episode?
It feels weird. Yeah, I don't know why I started talking. I guess because Will's not here. I can still. Oh, okay. We're gonna order. Okay.
Okay, so this is safety. Welcome to Safety Third. I'm gonna try it because I don't
We're
think
ordering food.
Yeah. So right now, our guest is Charlie.
Hey,
Moist Critical.
Which camera are we looking at here? Huh?
I guess
Hey.
All of
they
them.
want the
All of
light
them.
on,
Yo.
but maybe it doesn't. Should they all have a red light or just one of them, or do you have to switch them at all?
She can switch it to make it easier for the editor, but they're all saved at the same
Oh,
time.
okay.
So
So
she
that's
can like
Jacob's
pre-edit
problem.
it.
Okay.
We are here in at the Moist Manor because
The moist manner.
because Creator Clash 2 is coming up. So we decided to come down to Florida and do some Florida. Well, actually, I'm in Florida, but you came down to Florida because we're going to do some Florida things.
Yeah, Florida man training. I'm going to learn to become a Florida man from Mr. Florida Man himself.
Have you ever met a true Florida man?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of them here. You're gonna find a ton of them in Ybor. If you haven't
Ybor
been
City.
there yet.
We should go to Ybor.
Yeah.
You guys would like that.
Ybor gets real wacky real quick.
Yeah. There's some characters down there, some classic Ybor characters, like the snake guy who wants to take pictures with
Kevin,
you.
Yep,
you
the
wanna
big
guy
snake guy.
put
The
in your
boot
acai
bootlicker.
bowl?
Shoe licker.
Shoe licker.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Every podcast I go on, we always bring up the shoe licker.
Really?
He's just a core part of like Tampa lore, really.
Yeah.
What is a shoe licker?
He licks. So like he's a guy.
I feel you guys are talking about it as if it's just like, oh yeah, the
Well,
local shoe licker.
He's our boy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
he's got the keys to the city. I'll tell you what. So he usually stays out on 7th Ave, and he has a brown paper bag of alcohol. If you walk by him, he'll ask to lick your shoe. So you put your shoe up to his face, and he licks the bottom of it from heel to toe.
The bottom.
Yep.
Wait,
No holds barred. This
does
dude
he do
goes
this for money?
He does it for fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's really
And it's a guy who just does this, and he's a fixture, and he just will do it for free because he loves licking shoes.
He loves it.
Is it like a sex thing or?
I mean, it has to be to some extent.
he says it's not, but
Well, I guess
he feels something.
If
There's
you-
a tingle.
If you ask anyone point blank if it's a sex thing, they're gonna say no.
Wait, so I can choose multiple bases
Yeah,
or
it's like acai,
Well,
spirulina.
You can do like a
yogurt.
side of a base, but you can only have one base.
one base? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
probably just do acai.
a relax, eat, repeat bowl. That sounds nice. Kind of.
I think this is what you got, right? It's got like
Oh, we're just repeating this. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. That's easy.
wow, I can't. Okay.
I know this is a lot of pressure.
Do I have to
Kevin.
add a
We're doing this
protein?
live.
Does it come with protein?
No, you don't have to add a protein. You can just get that baby
It's-
as she ships.
Okay, choose granola required.
Yeah, granola. You're gonna.
Oh,
need
I
that.
went full. Granola.
Yeah, full.
That sounded pretty good.
Yeah, you have to whole hog the granola.
Okay. Boom.
So we were talking with Matt earlier, and we were talking about chainsaw.
Yes.
So I get like WWE. I've never like when I was a kid, WWE was sort of like the thing that like my parents didn't let me watch, but my friends had like all the action figures and like the little rings.
I was not allowed to watch it either.
My understanding of it is that it's like God, how do I say this in like a non-offensive way? Like a redneck soap opera?
My mom
That-
said
that's
it was white trash, and I wasn't allowed to
Hey,
participate
ooh.
in that.
You can call it a redneck soap opera,
That-
but
I
don't go
mean-
calling it white trash. That's
Oh.
blasphemous.
I'm saying my mom was wrong because I just went to my first Monster Jam and I loved it.
Yes.
So I got to go to
The WWE, it's a lot like, it's almost like a Cirque du Soleil performance to a certain extent, because they're doing like really acrobatic, really cool moves and shit.
Yeah.
That's all real. They're doing the stunts. It's just the storyline is scripted, the outcome is scripted beforehand,
Right.
and it's like a really fun. It's like a show. It's just a really fun show to follow. Everyone's got a backstory, motivation, twists, turns.
Because I think there was like, I remember like in the like knots of the 90s or whatever, like the thing that people would say is like, oh, wrestling's fake, but it's like,
Yeah, you were like so smart. You're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fake
but
stuff.
like,
You
when
know, you
look
thought you were so
into
smart.
It doesn't make sense. It'd be like saying like, oh, the Avengers is fake. Why do you like the
Yeah.
Avengers? The Avengers, like, that's not
You
the
know.
point.
Exactly.
right?
That's never been
It's
the
to
point.
have fun.
Exactly. It's so fun too. I love it, man. I recently got back into watching like WWE, AEW,
Oh, yeah?
and all that. So that's what motivated us to start our own, because we wanted to go back to like the basic Attitude Era shit, absolute goofy nonsense. So like we've
Yeah.
got crazy characters, crazy storylines, and just trying to build on.
Oh,
all
so
of it.
you're
call
like
it
you're
just
trying to
a
do your
backyard.
own.
Yeah. So we're building
Your own
it right
wrestling
now.
league.
We're 2 episodes in. We plan on eventually getting it so we can do it live at arenas and stuff, but we're getting there. It's a lot of fun.
Is it right now? Is it just like in like a backyard somewhere with like just like folding chairs and plastic tape?
Yeah, pretty much. So the last one we did was in the warehouse right over there. The one before that, we had a ring. It was in a storage unit, though, so it wasn't like huge or anything, but it was cool. There's a whole subsect, I don't know if you know, called backyard wrestling, where it's exactly what you described. And
Oh, okay.
We're trying to blend that in as well, like have
I
real
see.
backyard wrestling elements.
I love the. He was telling us that you've got a character right now named Chainsaw,
Yep.
whose finishing move is he revs up
it's
his
like-
arm, like he'll rev it up and
Yep.
make the noises with his mouth.
Yep.
And
And
then,
go "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr," and then just karate
Bam.
chop people to death.
Oh, and it'll kill you too. You don't want.
Oh,
You don't
yeah?
want to. You don't want to fuck with them.
jeez.
It's like just hearing that. Like it is legitimately one of the coolest things I can
Yeah.
imagine. Like it's one of those like it's like a monkey brain thing where it's like a kid would do that at
Yeah.
a playground, and I would think that kid was the coolest fucking kid in the world.
That's a powerful move.
We've only just begun too. So, when does this podcast come out?
2 weeks, 2 weeks,
I
maybe
think
3
This
weeks.
is part of building.
We
a
could
buffer,
probably- we
so
could
it is
move
in the
stuff
future.
around.
No, it's fine. So 2 weeks should be fine. Our next
Yeah.
guy is Genie Maker. So his whole shtick is he traps people's souls in lamps and forces them to
Whoa.
make wishes. So he's fighting off against. I don't want to spoil this guy even in 2 weeks, but the next guy is like an actual established wrestler.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
they're going to
God.
square off. So it's going to be a battle for their souls.
Wow. I mean, the genie. How do you put somebody's soul in a lamp?
Yeah. Well, he found a way. He's got the arcane arts on his side.
Wow.
That's like literally like Jafar style, like the end of Aladdin
Yeah.
is like his greatest wish is to have the power of a genie, and it's actually like a monkey's paw wish. Dude, have you ever thought about like if you were like, you know, a wrestling character, if you had like a move, I feel like I would want to do something like I don't know, do they have kicks? I would have a kick. I
Oh yeah,
think.
they got tons
They got
of kicks. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I would do a community reference. I would do a kick punch or like a punch kick. You know, like they have that kick. Like you do.
Oh yeah,
like
one forward, one out. Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able, like kind of like the power of a punch and a kick at the same time. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
would
like
be
a
my
classic
finishing
kung
move.
fu move. You know, like flying at them like
No,
that.
I would do the opposing. I would do the opposite.
Oh, okay.
So it looks kind of stupid, but then the people still die.
They go crazy for it. Yeah.
Can you?
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready.
See, you've got the spirit already. Like that right there would fit right at home in the MWL.
Ooh. Can you have props?
MWL.
Yep, the Moist Wrestling League.
Can you have props as part of your final move? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you
Anything's
think?
on the table.
I would probably do like some kind of some science blast.
Science blast.
Like an elephant's toothpaste.
So
You know?
you'd set up like a trap.
Yeah, maybe, or like pour stuff on them and they would just explode in
So
like a Mark Rober video.
Like part of your finishing move, it's like a charger in like
It's like-
Smash
like
Brothers.
this?
Like you have to pour like the
I
first
get the-
chemical on them, dodge them, pour the second
Maybe,
chemical
yeah,
on
and then
them,
the-
and
they're
like the
covered in
third
foam.
one is the one where it's like, but the whole
Yeah.
time you're just dodging because you're like a glass cannon.
or it's like the Hadouken where you like throw it on them and then they just go like that.
I like the stretch. It's like I feel like if it was like if you were kind of like I don't know, like a featherweight. Do they have weight classes?
They do, yeah.
If you were like punching above your weight class, so it's like the whole time you're in kind of like the like
it's like
you're the underdog and the only
small
finishing
fast guy
move you
versus
have.
the sumo wrestler.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you've got to
Yeah.
drench them in these 4 chemicals, and like they know it too.
Yeah.
So like they're also trying to
Oh.
dodge you. I don't know why I got so into this all of a sudden.
Because it's fun.
It's like flag football, but it's like acid if you get hit.
The beauty of wrestling is just anything can work in it, and that just makes it so fucking fun.
Because there's like a drama to it too, right?
Absolutely. It's an art form. It's a beautiful storytelling medium, honestly.
I think the most I ever learned from that actually was that episode of South Park where they start doing wrestling. Do you ever see that?
No,
one?
I don't
That
remember
one's a classic,
that one.
yeah.
And that's when I first kind of like I think understood the concept of like it's just like it's every bit as dramatic and emotional as like a high classy opera.
Yep.
Tell us about the episode, because all I can think about is like Professor Chaos when they dress up or something.
Like it's the boys start their like own backyard wrestling league, but then they quickly find that like the way to like bring the audience in is to have these like really convoluted, ridiculous storylines where they're like getting pregnant and breaking up.
Okay, gotcha.
Custody battles and all of that.
Yeah.
And so then they kind of treat it in the episode as if it is literally like going to like an opera, but it's like all the classic like the South Park like they took our jobs kind of characters.
Okay.
And so that's like
it turns into like this big production play thing.
That's when I think I finally kind of understood. Like, oh, like that's why.
Yeah.
And that's something we're already starting with. So, like, our recent episode, Chainsaw died from mercury poisoning, which is why you saw all the coffins in there. So he was dead, like clinically dead. We had his sister out. We had a beautiful service for
That's
him.
tragic. That's so sad.
But then he got crashed by Dow Jones, who was his arch rival. He's the
Dow Jones?
Yep, the embodiment of the stock market. He holds a grudge against Chainsaw from his bad investments. Chainsaw holds a grudge against him for the 2008 financial recession. There's a whole lot of moving pieces between them. But eventually, Dow Jones, he pushes it too far. His sister was giving a beautiful sermon talking about like how their father had recently passed from fart cancer. Dow Jones comes in and he's like, "This guy sucked."
I lost a sibling to fart cancer.
I'm so sorry.
I think we all know someone
Yeah.
who's lost to fart cancer. So Dow Jones comes in, he spits on Chainsaw's corpse, and then his sister snaps. They duke it out. It gets real intense. Eventually, one of them gets power bombed through a coffin. And Chainsaw comes back from the dead miraculously.
Is this out?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh my god, we have to watch this.
It just came out a couple days ago.
Sounds
Was
great.
it just the sheer disrespect that brought him back to life?
It was the love for his sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, heaven wasn't big enough for him, and hell couldn't contain him.
Too rare to die, truly.
Wasn't there just like something where didn't the WWE just get bought by like
They merged UFC. Yeah.
UFC. So is there some drama in that space because of that?
There has been, because Vince McMahon came back with more of a creative input, and he's not the most popular because he's done a lot of awful
stuff in
shit.
the past.
Right,
Yeah.
So a lot of people were a little concerned on the direction it would go, but overall it's kind of interesting because you're going to see a lot of crossover with UFC and WWE now, which will be
Interesting.
cool.
How does that? Because UFC is not exactly the same kind of high drama. It's kind of just people punching each other, right?
Yeah.
They do have a storyline built up though, like Adesanya. I don't know if you guys watched his most recent fight. He knocked out his opponent, and they had a lot of history there. He had recently lost to him, came back, beat him, and he was like, shooting arrows at him like with a celebration. One of his kids had mocked Izzy last time he went down by like pretending to get knocked out. So Izzy then did the same thing after he knocked out his dad. Like there was a storyline.
Wait, and this is like real.
This is real.
UFC.
Wow.
Yeah, this was real bad blood. Yeah.
They've got bad blood in UFC too. It's like
absolutely
some of that stuff goes deep, and like they punch each other at the weigh-in like for real sometimes. Like
I mean, Conor McGregor's kind of the master of like getting under people's skin too. He had that suit that was literally made just to insult. I already forgot. Floyd Mayweather. Right?
Oh, okay.
So he had that like "fuck you" suit and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that's I like. I think that's one of my favorite parts of Creator Clash. Like last year during the weigh-in, which is like it's like everyone's there to punch each other in the head, but like it's all positive feeling.
Yeah, totally. Afterwards, it was really like Alex fought Odd One Out. Jake.
Yeah. James.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, James. I know.
No, he's not.
But yeah, after that, they were just hanging out. Like you had an awesome after party last year.
Thanks,
and everybody was just hanging out, and they were like totally friends. Like there was no drama after that, like between the fighters. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, even with like Matt Watson and Dad, and that was the craziest.
Yeah. Dude, that was a perfect opening for that event.
Well,
I mean, it hyped the crowd.
It set the tone perfectly.
Yeah.
I had never gone to like an actual live boxing match or a wrestling match or like, you know, but like a big sports fighting event. I'd never done it before. And so part of me was like, I was a little kind of almost afraid because it's like, these are people we knew in real life and they're gonna get punched in the head.
Yeah.
And as soon as that first fight started, I remember it was like me and Nigel, and we were just like, fucking get him! Fucking get him! It was like, oh my god, I didn't know I had that in me. Like, this is really cool, actually.
It's just the
Give
fun
him
of it.
Dick, twist his dick.
Twist his dick. Yeah. That one's iconic. That one's been around for a minute now. I still love that one.
That started at UFC or something. What was that?
Yeah, so it was. I don't remember if it was UFC, but it was.
It was like this one guy yells, and you just hear him on camera, like, twist his dick.
Yeah, it was a guy in the background. He stands up. He's like, twist his dick, and then the guy filming, he's like, twist his dick, and he's like, give him the old dick twist.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be announcing the fight? Is that what I was gonna say? Moderate. I guess you don't really moderate a fight.
Nah, I'll be doing some of the casting as well. I mainly just sit there and goof about it, where the other guys know more about it than I do.
Were you at the chess boxing thing?
I wasn't. I watched it though.
Yeah, so that one, we were there too. And
I wasn't able to make that one.
Yeah. It was me and Nigel and Will, but there was no dick twisting there. None at all. It was like a totally different crowd. I didn't hear one single twist his dick.
I feel like that'd be the perfect place to do that. What was the energy just?
It was a lot more like kind of tense because, you know, they were playing chess. And I feel like, it, you know, there's some courtesy there to the fighters. I don't know. But
I would still cheer. I feel like I would
you'd
still
have
cheer.
to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, people were cheering.
I guess the problem is I would want to cheer like what I think would be a good, get his rook. And I feel like that's probably against the rules.
No, they were wearing headphones.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't hear.
I see.
Yeah.
I would still definitely do that.
Yeah. I think they could probably hear, you know, because they pick up a piece and everybody goes, oh, and then they're like,
oh my god. Like, all right, well,
they can like just feel the vibrations, like, oh, this bad vibes from that piece. I'm gonna put it back down.
It's just like, I don't know. There's something like beautifully monkey brain about
watching people punch each other.
Just watching people punch each other.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing to watch.
Yeah.
I could never do it though.
You never thought about
could do it.
Like
no. You could do it.
No, I absolutely couldn't.
You kicked my ass. In that music video,
right?
Yeah.
That was quite the showdown, honestly.
It was.
But you also brutalized me before that.
I did.
I only threw one punch. You got me with like a whole flurry.
Were you doing
bathroom
little,
takedown,
like, rabbit punches or something?
No, I like, you know, I got him down to the ground and I was like,
you kicked the shit out of him.
Boom,
he beat me
boom,
up.
yeah,
Holy fuck,
yeah. And then I woke up and I was just daydreaming in the bathroom, and it's a great music video. It's on Charlie's channel. We could probably put it down in the description.
That was so fun. I'm still so glad you did that, man.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
That was fun.
Is there anyone who you'd be willing to step into the ring with? I think we've had this conversation before, but for like science YouTubers.
Yeah, I would fight Mark Rober.
Mark's got a six pack, man. I don't know.
Mark is he's in shape.
Mark would be tough because you also know, like, he is the kind of person I think who would be a little try hard if he knew he was going into a fight.
He
like,
actually would. Mark would kick my ass.
24-hour training regimen. Live-in personal trainer.
He could too.
Him.
Okay, what about the Hacksmith?
Hacksmith. Okay, so me and Jake Laser,
I would not fight Jake Laser.
It's a bad idea. I don't know if you know Jake Laser stuff. So
I do.
So you know
he's big.
Jacked,
he's
jacked.
He's a big guy.
And he's young. He's like 10 years younger than me and Kevin.
Yeah,
right?
he's so young and healthy, and
there was like half a second where Ian was asking Jake if he was interested in All Creator Clash. And so at the time we were doing this thing where it's like, you know, I had like kind of made fun of him in a video. He like brought me into one of his videos. He had a very classy response. And so we're like, oh, maybe we fight each other, right? And so we went to a party And we just got shit faced to the point where we're like, well, I wonder what would happen if we actually tried to fight.
Wow, it's
and
like a high school party all over again.
So then we basically we went into the street and we just like kind of were like playfully sparring.
What the fuck?
And
okay.
And so he wasn't trying to hurt me. He was just so strong and fast that he busted my lip open.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And so he felt bad and he let me have a shot. So he's like, okay, here, you get a free one. I was like,
freebie.
okay, yeah, here we go.
Oh,
like,
no.
Not too hard, not too slow, but like I'm just gonna get you fair. And so I got him clean on the chin, like turned his head. And you know what he did? He did the fucking Terminator thing,
like
where he
the
turned
anime
back
thing,
and looked at me. I was like,
and then
I
he
would have
wipes
lost
his
no.
lip.
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
Wait, I did that in the music video. We practiced that. Yeah.
He did that in real life, and once he did that, I was 100%. I was like, you know what? I'm glad we know what would have happened. I would have gotten my ass kicked in front of everyone. I'm glad we're not doing that.
It's a scary thing too,
Yeah.
like getting punched in the head. I couldn't.
Especially like
do it.
giving someone a free
Yeah.
shot. Like, all right, go for it.
And to be so confident to do it too is crazy.
Yeah, that's the moment. Like once he said that, you know that you already lost that
You
fight.
should have went like absolutely buck wild on it, like
It's
just to really make it stick. Yeah, because it's worse now since you didn't like commit to it fully.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
like he thinks that that's my full
Yeah.
power.
Well, don't let him know your full power.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it hidden until the last possible second. Oh, you think you could take Mark Rober?
No shot. These are some big boys. No way. The only person or the only group I'd be confident fighting is children, like actual kids.
Kids. How
Like,
many kids do you
family
think you could take on?
YouTubers.
I could beat any amount of kids in a 1v1, like 12, like under 12, like the
Okay.
junior, like the actual Pee Wee division. I don't think
You
I'd
think
lose
like
one-on-one.
unlimited, just like wave
Yeah.
after wave.
Now, if they were
of small
like in
children.
a group, it'd be harder, but like one-on-one,
One-on-one, okay.
I wouldn't lose.
But what if like how many kids at once do you think you could?
Not more than 3. No
Okay.
shot.
That's a pretty reasonable
It's a
answer.
crafty. I think once you got 3, they've got the combined
It's like a
intelligence
wolf.
of a person.
You know, you can
Yeah.
probably fight one wolf, but a pack, like not even a grizzly bear, could withstand a pack of rabid
I
children.
don't think I could take one wolf either, to be honest with you.
No, I think
No
so.
way.
I think
A wolf?
I think any like adult male
You think you
could
could-
take on a wolf.
You think
I
you
think
could
so.
box a wolf and you would win?
Yeah, I
A
think
wolf?
so.
It's
I
a
think
wolf.
Yeah. It's like the same weight.
You're
you know?
gonna throw a punch and it's gonna jump
Here.
at your neck and rip out your jugular.
No, it's
I
like you
don't think-
sacrifice one
What?
arm and
That's
then
no shot.
and then you choke it out with the. I could do it. Okay.
No, wait.
No
So
way.
you're
Okay.
thinking that you're smarter than every criminal that's ever faced a police dog in history, and you think I'll just sacrifice the one arm
Yeah.
and still have the wherewithal to choke him out with the other arm while he's actively eating and
Listen,
destroying the sacrificial arm.
They just didn't let those
You
fights
don't
go on
think
long
that, like,
enough.
you
I
don't-
think if the police never
You
came
don't think
to the
that
dog's rescue,
Every criminal in the history of criminals that have like fought a police dog, which is like a smaller
It's a small wolf, yeah.
yeah,
You think that you're
Listen.
just smarter and tougher than every criminal that has ever thought that.
If people fought off a shark
You don't have
or an
tools.
alligator,
You don't have the ability to build tools
I've got
in
guns.
the ring. What do you mean?
He'd out strength him.
I'm calling bullshit. You could not fight
If you
a
had,
fucking wolf.
I think the only way you do it is if you could somehow get the wolf into a submission hold.
yeah,
Like, because I feel like wolves, like their feet, like their legs are going to be kind of easy to manipulate.
like sweep,
really bad
sweep the
ground
legs,
Like if you
game.
can somehow get them on the ground, they have no
get them
ground
on their
and pound.
back.
Yeah.
Do you have any dogs?
Yeah.
Is it like a big dog?
It's a husky. Yeah.
Okay, so like you've played tug of war with a big dog before. Like
Yeah.
when they go hard,
It's
like
tough.
I'm imagining if they get your arm
Yeah, you
and
can't
they're
give
playing
up an
tug
arm.
of war with your arm, like you can't like run at the dog because it'll just keep running backwards faster than you can run forwards.
How is this supporting
So,
your theory that you could?
Yeah, you can't
I don't
sell
know.
a wolf.
I'm kind of reasoning. I'm talking myself through this, and
I think the only way you do it is if you have both good arms. Like the only thing you can get away with is if you sacrificed a leg. Maybe.
a leg.
A leg, because if
Okay.
you
A
have both
leg.
your arms, then you can maybe get a ground and pound game going.
I don't think they would go for the leg. I think they're smarter
Dude,
than.
I would give if I had to. I would give it my ass. I would stick ass first, let it bite into that,
Ooh.
and then do kind of like a whip around or something, and try and just like nail it with like a really wide.
Maybe you could like Bowser
right
it in a
arc.
circle.
Oh, swing it. Yeah.
yeah.
Even that would suck though. I mean, like that's like, oh god, it just seems like I would rather get bit in the ass anywhere else.
So we're talking about fights and fighting animals.
Yeah.
So first we talked about okay, yeah.
In case you zoned out for a bit.
First we talked about people fighting people, and then people fighting animals, and now I want to bring up animals fighting animals.
Okay.
Because there's a king in the animal kingdom. Do you have any guesses?
A king fighter?
If you put two animals together, like any animal, who would come out on top?
Like any the bracket tournament of all animals
of all like
on
the top
Earth.
predators.
It'd have to be one with like venom, right?
It's a person, isn't it? It's
No,
people,
not
humans, or are we talking bare
no.
knuckle?
You could be in there if you want, but you don't want to be in there.
Okay, no, you're right. It's got poison.
It'd have to be something with like venom.
No, it's bears.
Is it really just
It's
still
bears. Bears kick everything's ass. Like back in the Wild West, they used to have these fights. You know, they would bring in tigers and lions, and they would put them against everybody. Bears would always win. No contest. It wasn't even fair.
Versus like a Portuguese man o' war, like a big jellyfish, like
Gone.
giant squid,
Boom.
whale.
Boom.
Seriously?
Boom.
No, there's no fucking way that a grizzly
Okay,
bear could
maybe
beat a
an
whale.
orca, but how are you going to organize that back in the day?
Yeah, there'd be a disadvantage on both sides. It wouldn't be a fair playing field.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would have to be set up like a Pokemon gym where half of it is like on the water and then the other half is land, and
they just kind of like swat and spit at each other back and forth. Orca used, I don't know,
bite,
kill,
beached itself in confusion.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me that there was a tournament on Earth of
an
every
old
animal
fighting league back in early America. Yep.
How do you even organize that back then? Like, you'd have to be like a real fucking man to somehow get bears to
I know.
fight.
This is like the circus was better, apparently,
Jesus.
back in the day.
You think you could beat a bear? I feel like you're about to say that right now.
Do I get to wear armor? Like a suit of armor?
Oh, the grizzly armor?
Yeah.
The grizzly armor.
Have you seen that
Yeah,
show?
that's classic. I saw that. Okay, when I was a kid, I saw the grizzly armor. I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world.
Well, because his videos were so hype. He's getting hit by cars. Like, have a giant log swing down and hit him. It was
that's like
amazing.
that's like big wrestling energy almost.
Yeah, it
you know?
really is.
Yeah.
I like watching it now, like as a slightly older child.
Yeah.
It still feels like you'd fucking die.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks indestructible when you're a kid, and then when you grow up a little and you just see, like, I don't know, it seems like his head is still freely moving, and it's like I think you still your
it could
neck
just like
break.
shake you apart.
I wasn't there a guy who wanted to build a suit so he could be swallowed whole by a snake?
What?
What, you didn't?
No,
I haven't heard of that.
It was like a couple years ago. It was like I think he was supposed to be on the Discovery Channel, and then they decided not to because they figured out that the snake would die. It was like not the opposite, but it was like the grizzly-proof suit, but it was going to be a suit that could withstand digestion. And his plan was he was going to be the first person to get like footage from the inside of a giant like python.
But he wouldn't be.
What? Just make it swallow a camera.
Yeah, you just literally give it an endoscopy.
But you'd be like,
Yeah.
inside. Dude, I'm not friends with the guy. I don't know what
This guy just had
he just
some
wanted
reasons,
to be
and
swallowed
it
by a
wasn't
snake.
scientific.
That's 100% exactly the same reasons that the shoe licker has.
But
He's
yeah,
like that. Whatever. If you ask him if it's sexual, he's gonna say no, but it's got to be a little bit at least. to want to be swallowed whole by a snake.
That's the only explanation that would make sense. You don't even accomplish anything with it. Like, it's really worthless.
Yeah, you just kind of chill for a few hours inside of a
and then
thing.
crawl out. Like,
Yeah,
you don't even get shit out. It wouldn't
you
happen.
just get like regurgitated.
I think that was where the line was drawn, was they figured out that the process of exiting the snake
Would kill it.
would probably kill it.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't think they regurgitate things very well. It'd be very traumatic.
Yeah, I don't think they like that. Alligators too. You're from Florida, Charlie. You've seen like the alligators and the pythons going on, like the war between alligators
What?
and pythons in the Everglades right now.
I haven't seen the war footage or anything, but I've seen my fair share of alligators, that's for sure.
So yeah, the pythons are invasive. Basically, they've eaten 98% of mammals in the Everglades, and now they have moved on to eating the alligators.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they're the two apex predators left in the Everglades, and now they're going at it.
It's just pythons and alligators.
Yeah.
You guys, you have a hunting program to try and like get rid of the pythons, though, right?
I have no idea. I didn't even know that was a problem. I know we have
It
the hogs, the wild hogs.
What's the meme? Like 10 to 12 wild hogs or whatever?
Oh yeah, 10 to
Like a
15
very
wild
specific
hogs
number of
come into
wild
your
hogs.
backyard and start attacking your kids. What do? I grab my AR-15 with an extended clipazine and I start blasting.
I'm amazed by the drivers here. Like I don't know if you've experienced this. Is there something wrong with the water here? Is there something that just gets people like into their brains?
I think really what it is the same thing everywhere else in America experiences, but it's really condensed because everything's closer here. So like California, I've only been once, but it has the worst drivers of all time. And
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
They
Super
gotta be
aggressive, yeah.
But like they're kind of spread out. In Florida, it's a lot tighter, so you see them more often.
Yeah.
Our food just got here. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Oh,
Ooh,
hell
okay,
yeah. We get to all try the same acai bowl.
We all got the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty excited about it. The peanut butter looked pretty good. I feel like I literally like sundown at 4:30 p.m. Like I start forgetting words and faces and names, and I just like, have to be put to bed. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do a live review here.
If you guys hate it, just lie to me because that hurt my feelings if you didn't like it.
Okay.
Okay.
I promise you, I'm gonna love this. Wait, mine has what is this? Coconut? Is this specifically? Yeah. Okay. Did you get something different? Okay, I'm going for it. I hope for the people listening to this, we have 3 acai bowls, and we're eating them in front of the mic so you can hear it.
A little mukbang.
Yeah, and it's like got fruits and coconut and brown color, and it's really nice and cool in the hand. I'm gonna give this. Oh, and there's bits of peanut butter too.
Yep. How about that mouthfeel though, huh?
Oh yeah, like that cold
I just
acai.
hit the granola. This is legitimately one of my favorite things we've done on this podcast.
Yeah, sorry guys, I need a moment here. This is good.
Interested, Charlie. I brought some T-shirts. I don't know if you want any.
Oh yeah. Is
We
it
got-
the cum one?
We got one that says "Come," and we got a real official MythBusters T-shirt.
Oh.
If you'd like that. The story for this one is that Discovery Channel forgot to renew their trademark for the word MythBusters for use on apparel, and so I bought it, and so I now own the trademark to use MythBusters on apparel. And so I made this lovely, it's a walrus with a beret. Some people tell me that it looks like someone, but legally we can't say that it looks like anything.
No,
It's an original character. It's a walrus. His name is Busty.
It's OC, baby.
Exactly.
I saw the video on it. I thought it was fucking amazing.
The fact that you like broke into this awards thing, that was so good.
Oh, at the Emmys?
Yeah, it was the Emmys. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember if it was like the Oscars or the Emmys. It was one of those TV things.
That was one of the first things we had Audrey do, was help break into the Emmys. She handled it perfectly.
and then you were like talking to people like you were supposed to be there. They just accepted you as one of them.
Very few of them noticed that the mic I was holding was literally like a plastic baby mic.
Oh
Like,
yeah, like the Barbie
Yeah.
ones, but like it echoes when you talk.
yeah,
into
one of
it.
the fake karaoke ones that the little kids can pretend they're singing into a mic.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were from Michael Superbacker, right? Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, you remember that Michael Superbacker?
That was a perfect day.
That was a crazy, like, adventure, really, like Indiana Jones tracking down Michael Superbacker, and you were the
missing
singularity
yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
The missing link.
It's like a weird full circle.
That's like the whole reason Audrey actually is like working here right now is because of Michael Superbacker.
That's so good.
Don't put it like
Thank you, Michael.
It's fate. It's actually fate.
There's someone we also need to thank, and that's the Air Umbrella, goddammit.
Oh yeah. Little did they know that making a quick 100K would benefit so many people.
Goddamn.
Except for
heroes.
everyone who didn't get an air umbrella, except for Michael, the only one who actually got an air umbrella.
I love scams now.
Audrey just said that she loves scams now because they get her jobs. I just got when we actually brought him here. I was like amazed. Like I don't know. It sounds weird. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was like legitimately like enjoyed so much Like your reaction to seeing him.
That was like that was like seeing Sasquatch for me. Like
Yeah.
I tracked him down for fucking years.
You tried. You were out there hunting. Who is this guy?
I just kept getting these like radio signals like every now and then that he was still alive out there. Like that was my check-in for him.
It was like two things I was worried about. It was like A, that Michael Stuhlbarger himself would be like a huge asshole. And then B, that like you would not actually like want to meet him.
That was
I just
so
remember
sweet.
you like rolling out the red carpet for him to walk into Target and
yeah.
like, what were we buying? Just like, stuff to make burgers because he wanted like some Carl's Jr.
It was
burgers?
In-N-Out because there's
In-N-Out.
no In-N-Outs here.
Yeah, that's right.
And he had said that was the fast food he had always wanted to try in
Yeah.
like the little pre-interview that we had with him. And so that's when we froze. It was Will helped me get In-N-Out from California.
Yeah.
But like specifically ordering it so that the components were separated.
Yeah, so it didn't like
freezing them.
Yeah.
Reassembling them here, but so the buns and all the like fixins weren't soggy, and then recooking them outside in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It was just like he finally did actually publish a video. And I think it was like a few months later, he published another one that had a sponsorship on it. And I
No
was like,
way.
That's
"Fucking
awesome.
get it, Michael."
Yeah.
Is he still actively posting? I haven't checked recently.
I haven't actually either. On like
No.
the no. Well, I mean, not just on his YouTube channel, like on the Air Umbrella Kickstarter page.
Oh yeah.
Has
Is that
he
like
done
his
anything?
form now? That's like.
I mean, it always was.
That's like his Twitter.
Yeah, he gets all his updates in there.
That was actually legitimately one of the things that we debated for a little bit before like inviting him to do all that stuff was like, do we want to like essentially do we want to be the people that like kill Michael Stuhlbarger on Kickstarter? Like the comments is if he stops because we give him the Air Umbrella, does the world overall lose something more, right?
You know, they
We
say
actually had
if
this
you
discussion.
love something, set it free.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you've released
Right.
this tortured soul from his grave,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now
Ultimately-
he can explore the
Ultimately, it was
Ascend.
like it was more about Michael than the rest of the world or us. It's like,
Yeah.
and what does he want? He wants the damn Air Umbrella.
yeah.
And it's like we get this kind of entertainment from him leaving messages, but if we sort of like allow him the like freedom to not have to post anymore, I mean that's probably better for him overall than for us to keep enjoying it.
And then we took him back to like his aunt's house, like great aunt's house, like
it
this
was
kind
so
of
cool.
older lady. Like we dropped him off at this lady's house, and we met his family. She was so nice. She like helped us break into the roof of the condo complex. You remember that? Awesome.
Yeah, good. Michael was so sweet. That giant, remember that giant novelty check we gave him?
Yeah.
He wanted to keep it, and he was trying to figure out how to bring it back with him on the flight because it was oversized.
Oh, that's so
And so
sweet.
we were like brainstorming together on how best to like cut it into pieces so that he could fit it in his carry-on and then reassemble it later.
Oh, that would have been funny to actually make it like a puzzle.
Well, I didn't think because like when we got the giant check, it never crossed my mind that he'd want to actually keep it.
Yeah.
But he's like such a sweetheart.
So he like kept it with his family, and they were gonna ship it to him. Yeah.
Oh wait, Kevin, I see Kevin's got something he wants to flex right now.
Yeah. Check this out.
Oh man, Ripley's, huh?
check out the back.
It's
Huh?
it's a business card
Whoa.
from someone who works at Ripley's. Believe it or
You've
not,
never
is a
seen one of
flex.
those before, have you? Because they're too exclusive.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen the gold ticket Ripley's membership
Free
card.
entrance into any Ripley's establishment for life.
How many are there? One?
At least 3.
Actually, in this room right now, yeah, there are 3 out of the 4 people in this room right now have one, so it's not that rare.
Holy shit. Why though?
Alan, this started with you.
Oh yeah, you get a lot here. You get Ripley's Super Fun Zone too. Holy shit.
I didn't.
It's a good deal for. So
Yeah.
it's the guy's business card, and the business card acts as a ticket.
Yeah. That's like the warehouse manager. That guy manages all of the like trinkets that Ripley's has. All of them.
Like on all of these in the back, including the Ripley's
Yeah.
Super Fun Park.
Yeah, the Ripley's
I don't
Super
even
Fun
know what
site.
that is, but now I want to go. So that was what we were doing right before we got here. Was in the next edition of Ripley's Believe It or Not, they want to put in this video I did, I built robot legs for snakes.
Yep.
And they want to include it in the book. And so as part of the like, you know, it's like there's no money or anything. I was just like, oh hell yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, would you like to like come to Florida and like look at the warehouse of stuff? And I was, at first, honestly, I was kind of, because I had been to
It's
like
like,
a
oh, this
museum
is
in
probably
LA
like the
before.
stuff that's not cool enough to be
Yeah,
in a
and, like,
museum or something,
yeah.
right? Just like
The reject.
second rate. Yeah.
Exactly. And so at first I was kind of like, and then they're like, there's mummies, and you'll get to touch them.
And
I
Alan
was like-
said, "Can I lick them? Can I taste a mummy?"
They said no, but we decided to come anyways.
Yeah.
And like I was actually on the fence, and it turned out to be a legitimately like I think the way that Kevin described, which I think is perfect, is like the closest thing to an actual SCP warehouse.
That's awesome. Like, was it like actually cool shit? Or
Yeah,
like, goofy
it was
cool?
actually cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think it was stuff that was probably like too cool or valuable to display in a museum. Almost.
Three whole mummies plus mummy body parts.
lots of bits.
Ancient weapons. They let us hold old ass weapons.
Yeah.
I held like an old Chinese executioner sword.
Yeah.
They had like a special Hawaiian one made out of shark
It was
teeth 'cause
actually
they don't have metal
yeah,
there, I guess.
and then there was like a sawfish, like the beak with the teeth coming out of it, like from the fish. They just, the Samoans, they didn't make metal. They couldn't make metal stuff, so they just used that as a sword. They would just like bash people with this toothy
Jesus
fish.
Christ, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
This dude, this John motherfucker, the guy who gave us these cards, and I use motherfucker here endearingly. We go into like one of it's called the vault, where it's like they have like the extra special stuff, and it's like a bunch of hair samples from dead celebrities.
You know the dress that Kim Kardashian wore, Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Yeah.
And so he tells me to just put out my hand, and then he drops a rock in it, and he's like, "Guess where this is from?" And we were like, "Yeah,
Yes, but there's a lot of
moon?"
rocks
And he was
in
like, "Go
space.
further." Like an asteroid. He's like, "You're getting close." And I was like, "No fucking way, no fucking way." I was like, "Mars?" He's like, "Yep, it's a
That's
Mars."
so
Like
cool.
I was like, "You just put a Mars
I
rock
know.
in my hand?" He was showing us Theodore Roosevelt's hat. And while he was showing us, you know what he did? I was talking to him, I was looking at him. He took it out of the box and he put it on my head. And I couldn't,
Yeah.
I didn't move because I was like,
I was in the
are you
bathroom.
allowed to do this right now?
I don't even know if this happened. I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, Kevin was in the bathroom and he's like, he's talking about how the like Theodore Roosevelt's hat is made out of like real beaver leather, and he like,
Oh, like the tail?
I don't know what part of a beaver
Oh,
makes
I
good
guess.
hats.
Yeah. Well.
The fur.
Yeah, I guess under the fur there's leather.
tail,
Okay.
The ass, the belly. I don't know.
Theodore Roosevelt knew that was a damn good hat.
He made it himself, I bet.
So it turned out to actually be like a really legit experience. And then at the end, he gave us all his business card, which happens to also act as this golden ticket to visit any of those places.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you see how he left it out on his wallet?
Yeah.
I was hoping
Just
you would notice.
Someone
Like,
would notice the gold colored flash and ask about.
I legitimately thought it was like your Visa card. I wasn't going to say anything to the numbers or anything. I was just going to see what would happen.
just leave it out.
Yeah.
But so we also got to see like all the weird torture devices, basically. So we were thinking about making our own torture devices and then testing them out. So what did they have? They had like this one. If you got into like just a little argument with somebody, you know the stockades, how you would like put your head and your wrists through and like people would throw tomatoes at you?
Yeah.
They had one of those, but you would put two people in it, basically.
It's called the bickering stocks.
The bickering stocks.
for people who are bickering.
And they would just like let you wander around town, but you were like chained to this person, and they would only let you out once you were like
Stop bickering.
once you were friends again. Oh yeah, and then there was also like the ones that like totally killed you, and then they would like slam you shut in this thing full of spikes and throw you off a bridge. There was that one too, and there was everything in the middle.
There were some where like you couldn't tell what they were meant for just by looking at them, and then there were some that were so obvious it was like a metal mask with just two screws here.
Oh,
and there.
yeah.
I'm like, I wonder what this is for.
Jesus.
There was
Christ.
one called the Pear of Agony,
Oh yeah,
and we were like, oh, this doesn't look very
pear
painful.
like fruit, like it was shaped like a little pear, a little metal pear.
And as you twisted like the stem of the pear, it expanded and got bigger and bigger.
Holy shit,
Do you-
that's cool.
Yeah. Do you have are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking
Okay.
it up.
Okay.
That is actually wild.
Yeah.
So why is it in their warehouse then? There has to be a reason, right?
I don't know. It's too cool to put in the
Yeah,
actual Ripley
yeah.
museums.
Well,
I don't know.
The museums could really use it. I went to the Ripley's in Orlando probably 8 years ago now. Half of it was like actual nonsense. Like here's Theodore Roosevelt's enamel from one of his teeth that fell off once.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Really, back then at least, it
Yeah.
was very underwhelming.
Gotcha.
So like this shit sounds cool, whereas
Well-
all of that was like dog fur from a dog that walked by John F. Kennedy when he got assassinated.
There were so many two-headed animals.
Yeah, yeah. There was
Shells and
JFK's
shells.
hair.
They had we got to touch fossilized dinosaur eggs. That was
Yeah.
cool. Apparently,
pretty cool.
you can't export those out of China anymore for some reason. I guess they're hard to find or something.
Is that where all the dinosaur eggs are? In
I guess
China?
so. Yeah, that's what he
Apparently,
said.
That's where they laid the
Yeah.
eggs.
Fun fact. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I thought like the shtick of Ripley's Believe It or Not was that some of it was real and some of it was fake.
But like none of
apparently
it's fake.
Yeah, apparently it's just all like it's
Yeah.
like believe it or not, like it is real, but you can choose to believe it or not. Was the thing.
Like there is fake things, but they always say like the guy was like yeah, this is fake.
This is a monkey sewed to a fish.
Yeah,
that someone
that's what
tried
it
to
was,
pass off
yeah.
as a mermaid. Now we have it.
Yeah. We don't know what to do with it. Just it's here with everything
The
else.
John, the tour guide was showing us his phone. Like someone was literally just texting him. He will just get texts and emails of like farmers sending pictures of two-headed
Like
animals
deformed
that are
animals
born.
that yeah.
Apparently, that's one of the things that happens a lot more commonly than you'd think.
So does he buy them all, or is he like, no, I don't need this one?
No, I think he like they've got a
Grab,
lot.
like, every single
and,
one.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
you got to put something in the museums. Keep the mummies for the VIP golden
I guess
ticket
so.
holders.
You know, once we saw the mummy, we didn't want to taste it anymore. But
It was shocking how quickly, like like in my head,
we're
I
like,
was
haha, mummy jerky, right?
Yeah. Funny mummy. And then he takes the cloth off, and
You're
I was
like,
like, wait, that's actually a dead body. That's a
Yeah.
literal guy.
Yeah,
that
like
was
it's got
alive
fingernails and
Did it
stuff.
smell like shit? It had to.
No,
right?
it didn't smell at all.
Really?
Not at all.
once. I mean, it's like 100 years old.
Do they
all
pro-
the smell's gone.
No, there'd still be like absolutely rancid, right? They have to do something to preserve it
No.
somehow.
Oh yeah, he said frankincense and myrrh. Like they basically covered it in like
the
essential
Jesus
oils
gifts,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, if he didn't, it would absolutely
Okay.
smell like shit. There's
Well,
no way.
There was also you could see like where they had removed the organs, like this big cut down the middle. So I think that helps.
Oh,
a
he
lot,
like
too.
fully declawed this mummy.
Oh yeah, so tell him about the mummy. It's a special
So,
mummy.
Yeah, the only reason why this mummy was kind of
You and
like,
this mummy aren't so different. Tell the story and it'll make sense, okay? The mummy,
You and this mummy.
the mummy.
Come on out, mummy. It turns out you're long lost relatives. It was the only mummy that I would feel comfortable. Like we filmed it and we like touched it, and so
Yeah.
only felt okay because this mummy specifically. He used to be part of like a circus?
Yeah, he was a
show?
performer and
He was
like
a performer.
he was an entertainer in the circus.
Yeah, and he was working at the time when mummies were like a big thing. It was like all the rage. Like Egypt was opening up or some shit, and like people were interested in mummies. And this traveling circus show did not have a mummy, and they were like trying to get their hands on one. And so this guy. He was diagnosed with something terminal that would probably be easily cured.
I think it was like nails in the head because his shtick was he would put nails in his head and pull them
nails
out
into his nose.
into his nose.
And
That is
so-
actually something people still do today, by the way, as a stunt, which is
really,
crazy. Yeah.
like
Apparently
through
they
the
found
nose.
half a nail in his nose when they were mummified.
Yeah, they X-rayed it.
So
Full of nails.
basically,
Christ.
he
One
knew he
nail.
was gonna die, and for whatever reason, he was like, you know what? When I'm dead,
I want to be a mummy.
you can mummify me as long as you still pay my wage to my wife.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
What
like
the fuck?
literally like because
Yeah.
the reasoning I don't know if this is a direct quote, but he's like, I'm still coming to work every day. was how John put it, and it was like. It's partly it's very sweet. It's also a little like weirdly like late stage capitalism of like still coming into work
Yeah.
after you're dead.
No, he's just trying to provide for his
Yeah, it
family,
was
you
a
know?
way
Like,
for- it was
like
like
what
he
if what
was
if you
gonna-
die? Who gets your ad revenue?
Right.
Your dog probably gets a meal every day at least.
It was like he was going to die anyways, and he completely volunteered, and his widow, his wife, still continued to get a wage from him after
Yeah.
he died. So like that was the only sort of like morally acceptable mummy I think you could ever like have on camera.
Yeah.
And like touch with the back of a gloved hand. I
We had
don't
to
know
pay- we had
what
to pay
that
the
has
mummy,
to do
though.
with Charlie though when you said
Because
you two are not so different.
he's like an entertainer, you know? It's like
I don't think I'd want to be mummified though. That'd be like the worst thing.
okay, well,
That'd be awful.
Oh, wait, are you talking about what we said about like,
Yeah.
like if our videos keep going after we're
Yeah,
dead?
that's like us.
Okay.
We're like the mummy, but we're not
Okay,
dead yet.
sorry. I was
That's gonna be
taking
us.
That really literally.
It also had like a really huge dawn. You know, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay, now it's starting to really connect the dots.
Right. So it's like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if our image continues to make money after we're dead, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I
did
mean,
that the mummy.
if
Did the mummy
I
look-
died, and I was a mummy, I would understand if somebody that did what I used to do was curious about it.
right.
Did he look like still wet or was like fully dried?
Dry.
So like actual jerky.
He
Yeah.
felt like to me, I don't know what the knee felt like. I touched his arm, but it felt like almost wood.
Drywall.
Okay.
Just like
he was
plaster.
stiff. Yeah, it's like.
But it was not plaster. It was just like that hard and like
like no water left.
yeah, no water.
I think all these mummies weighed like 50 pounds.
Like just
the whole
bones.
body. So it's
That
like
makes sense.
nothing smelly, nothing rotten. It's just like leather, but even drier because it was like
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
So highly recommend anyone out there to make a video that gets 10 million views and have Ripley's reach out to you to feature it in their book and then get a backstage tour of their warehouse and then get a business card that allows you free entrance into the. I highly recommend the entire experience to anyone out there.
You still have to check out the super fun park too. You've only just begun.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm down for it.
Yeah, you're really just beginning your adventure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Laser race. That sounds cool. Put that on the list.
Anyways, we were all.
Anyway, do you want to make torture devices
Yeah, we were
with
all
us?
to Matt that if you guys want to try out our DIY torture devices.
So I don't want to try it, but I would love to pitch like some torture device ideas to see if
Oh.
they could be made.
Okay.
Because I think there could be some cool shit there that hasn't really been explored yet.
Right, especially because like those were medieval torture devices.
They were stupid. Like they were fucking idiots back then. They didn't even have like electricity or anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
We know so much more now.
Okay. Hit
Kevin
me.
had a really good idea of a torture device that's a wedgie machine with like a hand.
Yeah,
grip
yeah.
that
No.
will-
It's like a boa constrictor. If you struggle, it like tightens a little bit more. So
like a one-way ratchet.
yeah, it's like you sit down in a chair and you just sit. But as the second you stand up, you're never going back down until eventually, like the more weight you let off yourself, like it's just got weights that keep pulling you up until you have the killer atomic wedgie.
You know what the worst fucking part of that is? I
What?
can imagine you could actually build something if it was made of like a Kevlar thong and like a hydraulic like
Like a
actuator.
super thin
You
string?
could probably
It would,
give
like,
someone
cut
a
you in
wedgie
half?
so hard that you would split down the middle. And it would be slow. You could do
Whoa.
it slow too. Slowly cut someone in half.
Actually
from their ass
bisect
crack.
them with it would be fucking
I
wild.
Yeah.
guarantee if you were using Kevlar, you could probably actually do that. Wow. We could do that to like a
Thanks.
dead pig, like a pig carcass. Oh my god.
Charlie, you think you can beat that?
That's a
Like
little
you just
much.
took my idea and you elevated it. This is now
Just slowly cut
this is a
someone half
Michelin
up the
starred
ass.
wedgie machine.
Jesus. You'd probably be alive for a long time during that process.
What's your ideas, Alan?
I was
Besides-
gonna ask Charlie what his ideas, but
I don't-
this one's stuck in my head now.
Yeah, that one's like a lot more hardcore than I had in mind. Mine was going to be like a never-ending titty twister. Like, yours is
No, that's really good too.
yours is like actually really going to kill someone. Mine's just going to be like an ouch that sucks kind of thing.
Well, I think if it was like a three-jaw chuck, like imagine like putting someone's titty in
Like
like
tight-
a lathe,
in a lathe.
or like a drill press type of
Yeah.
situation. And then you could do the same. Like all the horrifying things about these machines is like you could just run them slow, and it would just like slowly just tear.
Oh,
your
but
titty
maybe
off.
if it doesn't like fully clamp down on it, but it just like is like putting the maximum amount of like twist on it, and it just keeps spinning. You know?
Like a pencil sharpener almost.
Yeah, but it just keeps going.
God. Or it just grips super hard, and then you end up just like your entire body starts spinning around like a propeller around your titty.
Wow.
That's some Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah.
honestly.
I'm trying to think of what are we aiming for the torture? Is it just to like maximize suffering, or is it to get information out of
I
someone?
feel like it should be some like different levels. So, like a low-level torture thing, like a guy stole an apple, right? And you're going to try and teach him a lesson. So something
Okay.
minor that's just kind of like a
Pair of agony.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh no,
No, apple of agony.
I've got it. Okay, so this one, it's to punish cheaters, infidelity.
Ooh.
And what it is, I guess it only works for men. That's fine. If your man cheats on you, here's my pitch. You tie them down to a table. You put a exposed blender blades right above their dick. And then you show them pictures, nudes of the woman that they cheated on you with. And if he gets a boner, it lifts itself into the blender blades. That's his fault.
Well, that's got a lot of layers to it, honestly. Like, there's a lot. That's like a torture device you can beat too.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think that's the point. It's trying to train you to beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lesson. It's a lesson.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is a very important question. Almost every single person has answered this question in the exact same way. And I don't know if they're going to keep this one, but we've got it just in case we need another 3 minutes. Audrey is the only one who answers this question in the way that I know. There's 2 toilets.
Yep.
They're both magical and alive. They are living beings, but they're toilets. One of them wants you to shit in its mouth. That is, it loves nothing more than when someone excretes waste into its mouth and they can both talk and it's going, master, please, master, shit in my mouth, please, I love it so much. The other
sexual.
toilet,
Okay.
100%.
it's probably sexual. If it had genitals, it'd be aroused. The other toilet is 180 degrees the opposite. It doesn't want anything to do with shit. It is its worst fear in life. It is it's like, you know, when someone gets traumatized by waterboarding, that's that toilet, but for shit.
Okay.
And it's begging you the entire time. Like, please, you don't have to do this. Please, there's another toilet right over there.
It's like trying to beg. It's like trying to reason.
Please don't fucking shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
Which toilet would you shit in?
Do they? So if I choose one of the toilets, do they speak to me while I'm shitting,
Yes.
like shaming me?
Well,
or is it like duct
or
tape
like-
over their mouth with my ass there?
It's muffled, but they can still talk, and the one that wants it will be encouraging you the whole time, and the one that doesn't
Like,
want
wow,
it,
you're a healthy boy.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that either of them are like
What a
shaming
big poop.
you. It's just that one wants it and one doesn't, and they'll speak accordingly, very loudly.
I feel like there's just a right answer to this. I don't see any argument where you'd want to shit in the one who doesn't want it, right?
Well, guess who would want to shit in the one who doesn't want? The only person we've ever asked this question who does. Audrey, do you want to describe your reasoning for that?
It's a toilet.
Yeah, but it's a magical
Ruthless.
one. Yeah,
Just
but it like
John.
yeah, but he didn't choose his occupation.
The other one's like weird though.
Yeah, I mean they're both weird if you ask me, but like at least one of them can be happy.
So you would rather a toilet be happy, even though it's like really gross for you to like have to like essentially sexually please this toilet.
But it's like not sexual for me, so it's like super like feet, right?
Yeah.
So like if this toilet was turned on by feet and the other one wasn't, it'd be like that's fine. I'll take my shoes off while I do it too. It's like super easy, like very minimal. Like it doesn't change me shitting really, and it makes him a lot happier.
yeah. That's a very healthy viewpoint that you have.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know what this says about Eddie. I don't even remember where this question came from. I don't even know if there's a personality test in here somewhere, but it wouldn't work because literally only one person answers that way.
How many people have you asked that question to?
We asked Odd Ones Out.
Yeah.
And I guess by association, like Nigel was there too.
Yeah.
And then we've asked like just people at like parties and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like
yeah.
a good question.
Yeah, and I mean, at one point, someone in the Safety Third Discord like animated the entire, because we've talked about it on the podcast before.
It's like a
and
recurring theme. You know, in podcasts, they ask their guests like questions. You know, like, what's your favorite movie or something? Well,
I feel this is the worst recurring question you could
Yeah.
possibly come. It's like it hits all of the wrongest angles of like everyone answers the same way. It doesn't reveal anything about the person answering, and every time it just gives us an opportunity to make fun of Audrey.
but that's okay. This is the job she chose. She is the
yes,
producer.
you're the toilet that doesn't want the shit.
Complaining.
Anyways, thank you to all our patrons. Your names are scrolling in front of us right now.
Oh, Charlie, you just drank one of the Patreon names. Spit it out.
Oh, he swallowed.
It was too tasty.
we do this thing where we just say stuff that happens, and then the editor has
Like
to
they
make it
have to
happen.
animate it. Whatever you say, they
So
literally
sometimes
have
we'll say like oh look, I just grabbed this name and now I'm bouncing it like a basketball, and
Yeah.
look, I just made a 3-pointer with it in a hoop that just came out from the corner, and they have to do it.
I feel really bad for them. That's awful. Jesus.
no,
It's their job. Do you have any?
That's true. I mean, that is true.
We've gone way too far. Actually, I'm really curious how the one's gonna come out where like we start talking about like the
Joe
CGI
Biden?
realistic.
That one came out.
Optimus Prime. What did they do
Oh
for
no,
that?
not the Optimus Prime. The one with Joe Biden and Lightning McQueen.
Did they do it?
Yeah. No, wait. Who came out and started humping Joe Biden? Was that Iron Man? I think so.
They did the whole thing.
The whole thing.
It was so complicated. Well, anyways, that's if you're a patron, then there's a chance that your name could be involved in an extremely time-consuming and expensive animation. The thing here for the how do the different tiers work? Is like who gets to see the extra first?
I think everybody gets to see the extra.
Everybody of the patrons gets to see the Ripley's,
for the regular brain.
Maybe
you just get access to the Discord and early access to the podcast and extras. For the Galaxy Brain subscribers, they get a Polaroid every 3 months signed from one of the hosts.
Yes.
And
if we
I
were,
don't know what else.
I just realized if we were really smart, we would have brought
This
the
is
Polaroid
usually
to the
Will.
Ripley's.
Will does this pitch.
Yeah, we should have brought the Polaroid camera to Ripley's so we could have actually taken pictures of
That
it.
would have been a huge. You could have stockpiled Polaroids for
I
fucking
know.
years. On
That
that.
I've realized we've made a huge mistake today.
We can just like take pictures of the camera with the Polaroid.
Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
just
Oh,
like
so
who's editing the footage and they take the Polaroid camera and they take a picture of the
you could just
screen.
put a filter over it at that point and then take a picture of it.
It looked like a filter. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, we would never do that to you guys. Not.
Thank you, Charlie, for getting us acai bowls.
Absolutely, no problem. I had fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime.
And then I don't know. These usually just kind of cut off.
Do you have anything you want
mid-sentence
to
in the
plug?
end.
Or anything?
No, nothing at all.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.